That's the only kind of ring I want.
Hi, I'm Becca from the Good Housekeeping food team.
We're in the Innovation Kitchen cooking recipes from the past.
We're diving deep into the Good Housekeeping archives
in the hopes of uncovering some hidden treasures.
Cake! I'm gonna recreate them to the best of my ability and then have a taste test to see how they stack up against our modern palates. All from our handy dandy toaster time machine. You put in a piece of toast, out comes a vintage recipe from our Good Housekeeping archives. Let's see where we're going today, or should I say, when.
It's Valentine's Day. The toaster is hitting on me, but it's time for a date with these romantic recipes. Cherub's cream, 1912. Take a pound of fresh marshmallows and cut in quarters with a sharp knife, or better, with a pair of shears. Then, soak for several hours in cream and enough vanilla to suit the taste of the individual. Serve in long-stemmed glasses and pile high with whipped cream. All right, I'm taking off my hat because I don't think I'll impress any Valentine this way. Okay, we're making cherub's cream, which is marshmallows soaked in cream and some vanilla. I hate marshmallows, but who's surprised? I pretty much hate everything that's ever graced this table. Marshmallows used to come in big sheets, and then you'd have to cut them up, which is why I was told to chop up marshmallows, but we have the lovely invention of the mini marshmallow, so we just cheated. It's like, put a little more effort in. I mean, the love of your life is gonna get this dessert. And it's 3 ingredients. I guess it is the beginnings of ambrosia without fruit. And then we put it in the fridge and then we put whipped cream on top. I wanna know, I feel like they're just gonna disintegrate. But I look forward to seeing that mess. To the fridge we go. Right? Easy. If the color scheme is red and white, candied or preserved cherries may be cut and mixed through the cream, and one put on top and a saucy red ribbon tied around the stem of the glass. For lavender and white, sprinkle candied violets over the top. This is my least favorite. I haven't even tried it yet.
What
but
is the purple bits?
They're candied violets.
Like actual flowers?
Yeah.
Maybe we should
It's
just start with one
romantic.
of those.
It smells like my grandparents' bathroom. It's like potpourri.
I mean,
Potpourri.
I know, but you don't want to think about bathrooms as you're about to dig in.
Maybe you don't.
You do? I'm learning things I never knew.
This is
Bee.
marshmallows soaked in cream, and then put in the fridge,
And then
and
a
vanilla, and then
whip.
whipped heap on top. And I
Little
snuck
whip.
some glacé cherries in there just for
I feel like we gotta really get
for fun.
up down in there for the marshmallows soaked.
Oh.
Got you a spoonful.
I'm gonna make my own. Thank you.
Sure. They're mini. It's actually kind of interesting. I'm gonna double dip. Yeah, it's sort of sweetened milk. The vanilla helps. The violet feels like just for show. I don't need the cherry.
You don't need it.
Nope.
Okay, maybe I'll try a cherry.
The sweet milk, the sweet soaked marshmallowy milk.
I wonder what would happen if you put it in the freezer. Could you get like an ice creamy situation?
I think you have to let the marshmallows marinate and then maybe freeze it.
Yeah, like now.
Yes, now we would freeze it. Freeze it.
Freeze it. Valentine Tears, 1912. So sad. Select well-shaped onions, cut to resemble rings, and cook until tender, but not out of shape. Fill each ring with minced veal, moistened well with stock, seasoned to taste, and heat thoroughly. No one likes veal. No one likes the word moist, and especially not in a recipe. Onions make you cry. It's a really devastating recipe. Sad Valentine's Day treat. Oh, this dress has pockets. I forgot. it's time for the main event, Valentine Tears, which we have no idea why it's called that. Maybe it's the onions because they make you cry when you chop them, but perhaps it's a dish for sickles. We don't know. If you know, let us know in the comments below because we're very curious to hear. I'm gonna chop this onion into rings. I cry every time I chop an onion, so I think this one is a little shout out to me. And then we're gonna cook it in a pan and then stuff it with some veal. People really don't like veal. There's gonna be a lot of commentary on this one, I'm sure. I wouldn't mind receiving an onion ring for a Valentine's gift. Not this kind of onion ring, but like a deep fried beer battered onion ring I will take. That's the only kind of ring I want. We should have propositioned someone to come on a date with me for this episode. The toaster and I are in a committed relationship. It's complicated though. I mean, that's a little cup, right? Woo. You hear that suction sound? That was nice, right? So they're all gonna be different sizes. Cook until tender. I mean, I would put liquid in this because I don't think that putting an onion in a pan such as this is gonna get me very far. Or I was thinking like put some of the stock in there. We're going rogue. It's my favorite thing to do on Toaster Time Machine. I'm thinking maybe it'll get a little braisey action. This is beef broth. We don't have veal stock. Maybe we'll cover it. So we steamed these babies a little bit. It really is gonna make me cry. It's like the smell of onions. Okay, so we pre-cooked some ground veal and I'm filling the onion rings with the veal. It is a 3-ingredient recipe. That's pretty nice. Easy to prepare for your Valentine love or for yourself, for the toaster. It is smelly up in here. I don't really want to eat this, I have to say. I really wanted to make it. Now I don't want to eat it. Whoa. This is crazy. What a weird recipe. And I'm just gonna cover it again because that feels like the right thing to do. Then we eat. All right, it's time to take these babies out of the pan and plate and eat. Will I be trying them alone? Valentine's Tears. It smells like some serious cat food we've got going on here. Also, how is the meat not gonna fall out of the hole in the onion? But I don't know how you get a ring without a hole in it. This feels like an error. Can we just serve it in the pan? What is nice about it is that the onion is nice and tender. 1912, what were you thinking? Wouldn't be my go-to. There she is. These are called Valentine's Tears, which is quite sad. And I'm not sure why.
Are they supposed to be like eaten in the lettuce? Is that a lettuce cup?
Simply for design purposes. But there's a hole at the bottom of the onion, so I'm not quite sure what the point is. But
so what do we have?
It's an onion cup.
And it's filled with?
Ground veal.
And how's the veal seasoned?
I seasoned it with salt and pepper.
Nothing else?
Nope. And then it gets moistened with...
Moistened.
In the recipe, moistened.
Well, let me cut you one for my
Thank
Valentine.
Thanks.
Yeah.
The toaster is my Valentine this year for bringing me such treats as Valentine Tears.
Careful, I don't want to lose any veal crumbles.
I wouldn't say they got very moistened. Cheers.
No.
It's kind of sad, but It's not offensive.
I would be disappointed if you cooked this for me for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we're wondering
Only
if it's for the
because-
single people. Like if you're eating it alone, you're crying, the onions make you cry, tears.
Well, the idea of the onion cup I kind of quite like, but the flavorless ground
Meat?
meat inside, it's like to,
I would want cheese on this.
I'd want a lot of things, but I do like the onion cup.
Great.
Yeah.
Go. Coconut Drifted Valentine 1960. Having a dinner party for sweethearts on this special day? We think this luscious coconut drifted cake is just the perfect ending for such a party. Or serve it as the pièce de résistance with coffee to all sweethearts gathered for St. Valentine's Day fun. Make and bake and cool 2 batches of Valentine layer cake. 2 1/4 cups sifted cake flour, 1 1/2 cups granulated sugar, 4 teaspoons double acting baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup shortening, 3/4 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 3/4 teaspoon of almond extract, 4 egg whites, unbeaten. That is what I want for Valentine's Day, thank you. Who doesn't love a coconut cake? Except for my friend Bryce, who's allergic to coconut, and it would be her worst nightmare. Shout out to Bryce. What's up, my girl? It's cake time. We're gonna make the coconut drifted Valentine, and then we get to decorate it with roses and coconut. How romantic. And then we add shortening. Trusty shortening. You add it by dropping it into the cake, which feels like more of a pastry situation that you're doing. I might have to get my hands involved. This is absurd. Am I clean? Okay. It's crazy up in here. It's gonna look like flaky pastry. And then we add 3/4 cup of milk. And then we add our extracts. I'm so skeptical. It just looks like goo. Like wallpaper paste. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen right now. I would think that you would beat the egg whites like a sponge that doesn't have any leavening in it. And the egg whites provide all of the leavening. This is wild. It's very strange. And we'll pour it into our cake pans. This wasn't a thing in 1960. Toaster Time Machine brought to you by Pam and Spam. The twins. I call my brother Pam. Maybe he should call me Spam. These are going in the oven. They look pretty good. I can't carry all 3. They came out so pretty. These have been baked and cooled. Come on, buddy. Come on. We'll put the pretty side at the front. And then this is the frosting that we made from the recipe that ran in the issue. It didn't make a lot, so we might have to be stingy. Showstopper. I feel like I'm on the Bake Off. You always want more icing than you think. Otherwise you get crumbs. Can't remember if I shaved my armpit. A pretty thin layer of frosting. I mean, the thing is, you only need it for the coconut to stick. That's the prettiest side. I'm content. Time to decorate. This is just dried coconut flakes. She's so lovely. I love a coconut cake that looks like a snowball because it's still winter time. Time to get cozy with your loved ones. There's no dainty way to do it. Just have to do it. Then we get roses. I'm gonna stick them into the edge of the coconut. Looks just like the picture. Almost could put this in a magazine. It's better than getting a bouquet. You get to eat it too. Bean. Cake.
Cake. These could be rose petals.
Alas, they are not. The roses went onto the cake.
I see that.
I'm just gonna put this behind your ear.
With all the frosting on it? I mean,
So lovely.
wow, that is a massive piece of
We're
cake.
gonna share it.
This is, look at this Sasquatch piece of cake coming out of here. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Is it banana cake? Nope.
No, vanilla.
Vanilla, but what are the speckles?
Vanilla. She's so pretty.
Thank you. There's a lot of coconut.
Yeah, it's
You
a
must
coconut
like
cake.
coconut with a little bit of frosting. Makes me think of Olaf's nose when he gets his nose for the first time. He shoves the nose in and it's like, oh, your nose. No?
No.
Cake. Yeah, it's cake. I think it needs more frosting for a lot of cake.
We gotta edit that recipe.
There's a coconut.
It helped the roses
wake
stay
right in there. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's not offensive. It's a cake.
It's a cake.
If someone made this for me, I'd be happy.
Especially after the beef ring meat.
Yes, quite a meal.
I'm gonna keep eating.
Hey,
All right.
happy Valentine's Day.
Like and subscribe to GH and tell us where you want the toaster time machine to take us next.
Happy Valentine's Day.